That's sensitive microphone. Shoving up mouth. Oh. Hello everyone. It has been just an entire I've had my fill. I haven't seen this year. Alright, so I figure report first. See an ad is so okay, advertisement. Now, no testing. Wow. Ooh, this microphone is oh boy, I got a new headset as you can hear, so a different I didn't test it, so I guess it's my fault. Alright, hold on. I do have a solution for this. Okay, there's that one. So then if I do this... Okay. Let's try that. I still have game audio on this side. No, because the game's not even working. Let's see. Okay, so I can hear it on through here, but I can't hear it through the headphones. It's just one thing after the other. Maybe not have the microphone too close to that. Okay, how about testing now? The unfortunate thing is, it just sounds... It's picking up all the other sounds around us just naturally. Unfortunately, it means also more than likely hearing the click-clack of the computer. Sorry, there's just nothing about it. Oh, but, more importantly, though, I'm not hearing any audio through the headsets themselves. Microphone, visual audio source. No, that should be through this. That. Jesus Christ. Go for that one. Nope, nothing. Alright, hang on. Just to be sure, because I can't tell if it's going through there or not, through this headphones or through the other ones. I'm gonna have some Netflix playing in the background, just constantly. Mainly because I can't tell for sure if the game music is going on. A little advertisement right there. I know, who would have thought we'd be troubleshooting for this? Alright, as long as it's working, just go down the list. See, I just don't hear anything is the problem. So what if I put it to the main speaker? Nothing there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that works. Ooh, double voicing. That's never good. Wow, how did things get so bad? I switched out my headphones, is all it is, and now I gotta deal with all this. I'm trapped in another dimension. Why does it sound so echoey? Okay, wait, hang on. Let me unplug that. One's down right there. Alright, so with the music currently playing right now, unplug that. Plug this one in right here. Alright. Well, good news is, I hear that. Bad news, however, is that pretty obviously there's still the echo going on. If I readjust that, how does that do? I can't tell if that made it quieter or not. Still got the fucking double voice though. Okay, let's try that. Oh, that's a little better. Now, unfortunately, the problem is I need a stand to like hold this thing somewhere that's not right here. Yeah, I can still hear it. Well, that's an echo. That's not too bad. And it is an open source microphone. Okay, so that works. Let's see, is there anything else that I can do? Fucking cable, fuck off. Okay, so if I do that, and if I do that as well, let's see how well that works for. Uh, it's kind of. It's not bad. I'm still hearing an echo from it, but I may just have to make do. Microphone. Okay. Try that now. See where we get to. That's not bad, actually. It's not as bad as an echo, I should say. Probably, unfortunately, still going to hear the click clacking of the mouse and keyboard. Nothing we can do about that, especially now that we're going for the open source mic. But it sounds a thousand times better than what the other one did. Okay, so one final audio check. Audio check sounds good enough. All right then. Switch over to that. Bring this up. Go right here. We're gonna keep on going with the Bayou missions in Hunter Call the Wild. Unfortunately, I see a very annoying thing. There goes. It's gone. And for some odd reason, it is not translating over. Nope, there it goes. Okay. Well, let's see. Exit out this menu. Yep, no, alright. So we're good right there. Okay, folks. Even though it's not showing it on the studio side, it looks like it's still going through no problem. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with it. Hi, everyone. It's been a little bit. I haven't seen you all since last year. I know. I said I wouldn't do it, but I did. I got you that joke, the year joke. Hey, dog. Ah, oh, God, guys, it's been one hell of a week. It's been such an emotional roller coaster of a week. I did originally plan to stream last week at some point, but then uh, stuff happens, and obviously I didn't. But let me just kind of go over a brief rough cap into it. So first was the party ant coming over. Had a blast. Had a great time. Everyone's hanging out. Everyone's playing games. So she gets here. That's all done. That's sorted out, and we all recover from that. There's a fire. Yeah. So there's a fire scare, a pretty serious fire scare, where luckily it wasn't the worst case scenario, but it was still a pretty big scare for all of us. And guess what? It was at the party ant's house. So now we have we had a very freaked out aunt who was like, "What do I do? What do I do? Do I go back? Do I not?" And there's that one. Then on the other side of the news, I have my sister passing one of her college semesters straight A's, so that was great. We were all excited for her. Awesome. And then we're just hearing more and more news about this fire. This fire was like so dangerously close. So apparently um a bathroom vent slash heater had apparently been left on, and they didn't know that, and no one was at the house, only the animals. So luckily all the animals are fine, but apparently the vent had fallen down into the garbage can and was hot enough to catch on fire the stuff inside the garbage can, which ignited the bathroom. And it just spread. It spread from the bathroom into the hallway and into the two adjoining rooms before miraculously the thing burned itself out. So we were really lucky with that fire over the last week. And oh my god. Alan Ward 2024. Hi. Well, welcome. I'm just giving recap right now. Nothing too much going on. So yeah, after that, it's just been one headache after the other popping up because of this thing. And then, of course, New Year's itself. So we had the New Year's party. We had to get all that. We had to get all the food, all the preparations. All the while, thinking it's like, oh God, we have a family member. Because over there's only one family member at the house right now. I don't think she's alone anymore. Today or tomorrow? It's either today or tomorrow that she's going to get more family members over there. Alan. Alrighty. Alan. So, yeah, it's been a busy week. Did mean to try and do stream last week, but as I've just said, it's been busy. So, we still got some missions to do before we're finished up with the Bayou. I say we get on with it. New year, more games, less worry. That's going to be the mantra. Yeah, this cable arrangement for the new microphone, that needs to change. 1 second. Okay. Come on, dog. I will say one thing that's nice. I finally got my Christmas present, and I love it so much. My family got me a custom fitted Secret Labs computer chair. Oh my god. You don't understand how difficult it is for someone who's over 6'6" to find a comfortable fucking chair. And we finally found one. Pretty penny, I'm not gonna lie, but when you basically put all your brownie points and stack them into one category and ask them, it's like, hey, can I get this for Christmas? It takes the surprise out, but you get something that you want and that you know you can use. Going down the roads.
Not gonna lie, living in a wetland does have its advantages. Look at the definition on those tracks.
Well, seeing as how I don't see any tracks, I'm going to assume that's your... Ah, okay, alright. Can we hunt a bird? If the bird pops up... As a matter of fact, let me actually do a quick inventory check. What we got? We got the M1, we got the Zagan, and we got the 1891. So if we come across a bird that gets flushed out, maybe we can take a shot at it. I do not have the best of luck with birds. I mean, to be fair, sometimes we'll... Like, just for here, for example, bob whites and turkeys, the biggest problem is that when they're out in the fields, it's impossible to see them because the fields are fucking chest high in the length of grass, so we can't see anything out there. The best bet is usually turkeys. The bob whites I don't even really bother with unless I can get the drop on them. And getting the drop on birds is so difficult, especially if they're not call birds. Let's see, time is 9:48. Everything is just waking up. So somewhere over here, if I'm right, there should be a bend that we can cross. Always gotta check the roads every time you pass, but it looks like we're going to be alone for a little bit. What's my favorite gun? Ooh, favorite gun. I don't really know because I haven't really tried all the guns just yet. If I have to go with what I currently have, Gator. If I currently have to go with what I've experienced, I'm really liking the M1 and the 7mm. Before it used to be the 6.5 Martin. The problem is, it's like the Martin just has no real expansion. So unless you get that dead eye shot on them, even with its high penetration value, it's meh. Let's see, can I see? Nah, they ran. After being on Emerald Coast and then coming over here. Ooh, hold on. Come on. There we go. Oh, he's already alert to us. We can try. They haven't flown away. If we can just worm our way to a little spot. I think that bush will do. The problem is, seeing as how we're so close, we can't even do like a fast crawl over there. Otherwise, we're just going to spook them. I figure this coming weekend I'll put up a proper schedule because even then I'm trying to figure out what new games to bring out here because we are replacing the No Man's Sky. I think I have something lined up for that time slot. I'm thinking about editing the Monday one as well because last time it was just some World of Warcraft, some Starship Troopers, which will still be on. They'll be probably our most prevalent ones because they're the ones I enjoy the most currently. You asshole birds, you're on the other side of this bridge, aren't you? Wait, there you are. 71 meters. There is no cover between us and them. I'm going to have to go for that tree. Keep the shotgun out, set to 50 meters, and just kind of keep our eyes right here. Hopefully, if they launch off, we'll be able to see them. Oh, also, Alan Moore for the follow. I did not notice. Thanks so much for that. Or Alan, as you've said. Don't mind me. Just a harmless little murder worm working my way over here. Oh boy, dog. It's stop. Go down right now. Let's see. All right. Still there, still calm. Okay. Keep on working our way forward. Well, seeing as that's considered old, we'll only have one shot at this then. Okay. Now I know. Is it just the one female? I think it might be. There's not a lot of places for cover. I probably am going to have to just flush them out. Wait. Wow, there's another one, but it's another female. And that's a female. No males? Another female, another female. It's a female right there. Uh, yeah, no, I'm probably just gonna have to take a shot on one of these females. Unfortunately, I can't even tell which ones are the bigger ones. Both kills quicker, but you need to be closer. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Bows, crossbows. If you can get the shot off, you can always get a kill from them for sure. Just a matter of actually getting a shot off. Let's see, what are you at? Less than 50. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, and the score says we got something. Hunt up, dog. Oh, there you are. Right in front of me. What we got? We got female, big surprise, 0.37 kilograms at 374.9 trophy ring, silver stamp, 347 cash. All right, I'll take that, and I'll take that level up even better. 1 perk point for me. There's focus shots. No, that's right. We wanted to go for recoil management, so do both eyes open and dog. Enough. Increase blur tags with shotguns, iron, red dot, and holographic sights. Okay. Nah, rifles and shotguns are usually my way of going. Crossbows were probably the only other weapons that I've tried. I haven't even really touched the pistols at all. I don't suppose there's any more than just the one bird. No, it's just the one bird. And hunting bacon. Always up for the mood for hunting bacon. But my usual style of hunting is seeing as how if you check out from what we have, I don't really specialize hunt. I just kind of hunt for whatever is nearby and what I can get. That's like really close. Oh shit, I can. Yeah, I opportunistic come. Case in point, strongly right there. We got dog. Point 38 kilograms at 378.6 trophy rating, silver stamp with 352 in cash. But yeah, usually the only animals I don't load out to hunt are small game. And I mean like rabbits and birds, really. Because before I was even hesitant to hunt down even smaller things like class 2 to 3s. But with the Zagan kind of gives you that perfect balance between small to small medium. And if anyone's played this game, you kind of know what I mean with small mediums. Foxes are a perfect example. The wind is in our favor. And apparently there was a male nearby as well, unfortunately. But if we give it a bit, we may be able to get him. Lay down, Rogue. Alright, we'll stay here for a hot minute. Try and bring him in. Hello, rabbits. Yeah, rabbit hunting is not my forte for sure. But rabbit hunting is also one of those ones where it's like if you learn the environment that you're in, it'll be a lot easier. Have an mouse. Alright, so if the foxes are still here, they'll be coming at us from this angle because obviously the wind's blowing that way, so it's gotta be somewhere over here. The grass is relatively high, so have to count our luck. Alright, Alan, take care. Thanks for the follow and dropping by. It's always annoying to hunt the foxes. Gotta say though, it's actually kind of nice not having the microphone right by my face, so I can now actually scratch my cheek without having to disrupt everyone and let you all hear that. Flesh on flesh grinding. No one wants to hear that. They want to experience that, yeah, sure, but hear it? Eh. Especially when it's your like grizzled beard. You're gonna be an asshole fox, aren't you? problem is, I know what's going to happen. Like the moment I get away from here, the fox is going to do a warning call, and it turns out it was like less than 20 meters away from me, and I'm going to be disappointed. Is that? I can't tell. I swear I thought I heard movement coming from over here. Just move a little bit closer to the edge. Is that another follow I hear from Braxton? Thank you so much for that. And I I don't see him. I guess he's gone. Come on, Doug. We're moving on. Ah, see, I knew it. I knew it every time. Every time. Well, to be fair, he was, or she was, over there. And with the wind direction, she would have found us no matter what. Right now, I'm just doing the story missions, Braxton. I do plan to open this up for Discord hunting groups later on, but for right now, it's just me doing the story missions, trying to build up my inventory because it is technically a new character, even though it is technically a year old. But that's just a stupid New Year's joke right there. So, unfortunately, for now, it is just me by my solo self. Well, if anything, I do the missions to learn the layout of the lands, see which ones are pretty decent in hunting and just kind of my own personal feel of the areas. Money does help, but I also know as we're leveling up and trying to get points into everything else, money will just disappear just as quickly as I get it. So that's basically all I'm really doing. Going through the missions, and they give you some easy experience points, experience thousands. So this way we can get a pretty strong start when we do go step into the multiplayer arena. Because if not, it's going to happen like all the other times. You're going to have these people drop in, fast travel over here during these times, and it's all like, "Oh, look, you had a diamond on your map. Don't mind if I take it." It's a bobtail. Like, see, look at this. How the hell am I supposed to hunt a bobwhite in this? It's the perfect camouflage for them. And if I'm not mistaken, I just heard a raccoon chitter. They're a little easier to see than the bobwhites. Guns and collars. Yep. Guns, collars, scent markers, everything. See, I just heard it again. There's a raccoon somewhere over there. Or it could have been an ambient raccoon. Either way, our mission takes us that way. Let's see. Good map. Hmm. I mean, if there's no specifications on what makes the map good, I would have to say, yeah. See, I knew I heard a raccoon. Oh, there he goes. Ah, damn. He's somewhere right over there. But anyway, if we're no specifications, I would say Silver Ridge Peaks is myself my favorite, only because that's home country right there for me. Heartland Americas, which a lot of people don't really understand or have actually ever seen, from what I understand. But just seeing Heartlands Americas with Silver Ridge is really nice. And lots of animals. Okay, lots of animal maps. If you're okay with a bunch of bird game being the majority of it, Riventuli has the majority animals. But Riventuli, majority of animals are also birds. So unless you're really good at bird hunting, I wouldn't say that. I would say Virunga for the next best bet. Oh, hello. Hello. Wait. Come on. Are you going to pop up, Bob White, or are you just going to make a call? I think you're just going to make a call. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, look at that. Gold. Female, 1.5 kilograms at a 1.5 trophy rating. Gold stamp with 457 in cash. It's like right next to me. Is that another follow I hear from 4 Big Guy? Is that 4 Bye Guy or 4 Big Guy? Yeah, if they care enough, they'll say. Until then, thank you for that. This, raccoons. Yeah, wherever the Bob White is, he's gone. Come on, dog. Now, there was that level 3 raccoon we saw around here. But with that accident he shot with the rabbit, he's probably even further away. Oh, it's a log. I thought it was like a garbage can for a second. Like one of those half buried barrels you would find along in the beach. Yes, actually, I will take this first. And then we'll move on from right there. I know a lot of people just get comfortable running around in this game, but I never saw the appeal to that. Yeah, sure, if you're hunting something down, and even I do that when you're running something down, but that's just when you're in the mood for the hunt. When you're just actually looking around the area and trying to get things done, I find it better to just walk, because especially examples like the rabbits and the quails, or really any bird species that are so sensitive, just walking around gives you all that more extra time to sneak up on them. Just shot a diamond bear. Holy shit! There you go. Which type of bear? Kodiak black bear. I don't think they actually have grizzly bears. They just kind of chop them up to brown or Kodiaks. Diamond Blackberry, there you go. Yeah. This game is definitely one that makes you feel all the worthwhile when you do get those diamonds. Well, congratulations. I know for a fact it can be so hard to find diamonds because before we restart this character, we only had, excuse me, two diamonds. One was a roe deer, and the other was a capercaillie. And then when we restarted, our luck just took like a massive 180 turn because we found the two diamonds in Emerald Coast. Mind you, of course, I understand new reserves are always kind of weird with their rarities. Hello? Someone nearby? No, you're fine. But anyway, yeah, new maps are always the best to, in my opinion, to find for like the high levels really early on because everything is still trying to settle in. But we got that Diamond Sandbar and then the Diamond Rusa. That was the best feeling ever. And oh, just opened. Okay. When sometimes it could take you multiple months to even come across a diamond. And for a record, I still have never seen a great one.
Well, Jeremiah's never been a patient soul, bless his heart. Busy as all get out, too. He must have left with his papers. I think you're just about done here. Thank you kindly for all your hard work.
How are things? Any sign of Betty's brother? Let's take this opportunity to have a little look around.
Okay, inside. Milwaukee, American flag.
He really was in a hurry to leave all this behind. For Aunt Betty's 60th bash tomorrow. You're welcome. May 3rd. So Betty was born on May 4th, 1961. Why does that feel oddly familiar? Oh, it's the day the Freedom Rides began. Thank you, Illinois Middle School History Curriculum. But it's not just that. I feel like I've seen that particular pattern of numbers somewhere else. Oh, never mind. There's clearly nothing going on here, at least. We're gonna have to turn our attention elsewhere. Why don't you try doing some more sleuthing, maybe retracing your steps? There must be something we've missed.
Come on. Bring up the hunters, mate. No, that's my gun. There we go. Evidence to implicate the big game. Uh-huh. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this is just one where we wander around unlocking stuff until it eventually pops up for us. How the hell can that raccoon see me from all the way over there? Oh, my smell is going that way. I'm a very muskful individual, I must say. God, I hope not. Do you know how bad it is to smell of musk? Everyone says it's like, oh yeah, no, the smell of musk is the way to go. It's like you haven't smelled real musk from an animal, have you? That shit stinks. I had the unfortunate experience to smell the musk of a beaver once. It was one of those. Oh god, it was at a national park. I don't really remember, to be honest. It happened when I was a kid, so long time ago for this old man to remember. I say that even though I'm not really old, but it feels old. Anyway, they actually had it in a little container jar to smell because they were showing the pelts of the beavers and all these other things, what were animals that were hunted for fur trading and all that stuff, and then what became protected because they were overhunted because of fur trading. And beaver was one of them. And so they got us a chance to smell the musk of a beaver. It's all like, ah, sure. It's pretty much everyone's reaction when they smell that stuff. It's a good fire starter, though, so there is that. And unfortunately, nothing too interesting right there. Another blind. Okay. Well, I mean, I have the spare money. Might as well do it. It's experience points either way. Now, see, if all these blinds could be little towers, that would be great. I'm not seeing anything. Let's see, we are going back that way. Reapply this. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so we got per point last time. The next point should be over here, which will be innate triangulation. Then we're going to want spotting knowledge and sight spotting would be good, but fatal attraction I think would be better. The raccoon can't tell. So Tuesday slots are Hunter Call the Wild, Mountain Blade Bannerlord, which I should mention we are doing a restart of that campaign because the update has changed everything. I did get the Perfect Fire Arrow mod finally, so that should be fun. And then Wednesday will be Stranded Alien Dawn, followed by the Rome 2. Thursday will be Stranded Alien Dawn, and I'll just say it, one of the ones that I've been actually looking back at too has been the Spyro trilogy. My brother and his wife were mentioning how they were playing it a little bit, and it's like, yeah, no, it has been a while, and I did like the game. Never tried the new reignited one. So we can see how that goes. Going by that, there's a number of other things I am not entirely, so don't hold me to that for 100% for Spyro being the next slot during Thursdays. Ugh, excuse me. Let's see. Moving on from there, we have. Oh boy, what would we have? I don't really know. Because there was Project Zomboid, I did get several games from Christmas and the Steam Winter Sale. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get as much Steam cards as I was kind of hoping for, but I also won't look a gift horse in the mouth. So with it, I got some games that were on my wish list that I've been meaning for. I didn't have anything
Hey,
big. Oh,
here's
Jesus.
a crazy idea. Remember the keypad at the Big Game Club's lodge? 0, 1, 4, 5, and 6 were faded, and Betty's birthday is May 4th, 61. Do you think there's a...
Mm, yeah, okay. So we'll hit up there and then we'll head back to the Horseshoe Bend. See, I would be like, yeah, sure, that is the case, but are you telling me to break into the big game hunters lodge? You know, the same big game hunters who hunt for a living? You know, with their high powered rifles that can blow a fist sized hole through my chest several hundred meters away? Yeah, see, if I could, I would like have a tree stand just somewhere out near the center of these fields to try and give me an edge. The problem, of course, being trying to get to said tree fields then. Come on, dog. Let's see, where was it? Oh, Thursday. Friday will still be Stardew and Starship. So those are good. Saturday late is still WoW. There is Friday late as well. See, this is why I don't like hunting rabbits, because they will literally appear right next to you. But other times, they'll send the alert out like 700 meters away from you. Oh, it was a male too. 1.4 kilograms at a 1.4 trophy rating, silver stampage with 433 in cash. Nice. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and they got these weird things. You know, I'm kind of surprised there isn't any American legends, as far as I'm aware, that revolve around structures like these down south. It's cold. Come on, computer, activate your furnace mode. Another good thing is that these headphones are nice. The other ones were pretty battered down. And the biggest unfortunate part was Roomba having gotten a hold of the wire and tearing it all up. Is that pig just now? Fox. Eastern Cottontail. Doesn't look like it. I'm hearing something that's not the dog. Well, some of them was here, obviously, but was it you? Well, it could have been you, but now you're long gone. Uh, oh well. We'll get this tower and keep on moving on with the main mission. Oh, shit. Shit. Nice try. Wait. Damn recoil. Oh, look, there's a fox in there, too. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Nope. There's so many foxes in there. Where'd he go? Okay, that was a little interesting bit of life just pop up right there. I'm not going to get their bodies just yet. If I might take my time coming up here, maybe some of them will wheel their way back around. Oh yeah, see, if I could have been right here when they all start to panic and scatter, that would have been perfect. Nope, 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 nope. Up. Nice. Alright. Let's go collect our animals, and then we'll go on with the main mission. However, given the amount of time it's been, it's doubtful they'll come back. Just double checking, just in case. There's our pig. Yeah, I think we pretty much missed the foxes. Looking at that, I do believe we've gotten 2 pigs at the very least. Come on, dog. Okay, okay. Female, 72.3 kilograms, 44.2 trophy rating, silver stamp, 9.29 in cash. Finding my other ones. No organ hit. Well, we'll see if we dealt enough damage to actually kill it. And it is leading us in the direction we need to go either way. I swear I just heard a pig snort again. Are you leading me, boy? I don't know why, but I always have like mixed feelings whenever pig hunting is involved. Because I saw this French horror movie called Prey, or well, the French word for prey, I can't pronounce it. Prey, something like that. But anyway, it was the French word for prey, and the movie involved these pigs who had been drinking from this chemical spill. I know, mutant pigs. Not radioactive, at least, but mutant. Oh, I heard something. But mutant nonetheless. And so these mutant pigs are starting to kill things on the farm, the big farmland. So we're talking one like those old family generational farms that are handed down from one to the other. And it has like two sons. It has the main character who is the fiance, basically being brought in by the daughter, and he's this big. He's a big scientist wig, and you obviously have the discrepancies between, oh, you're a scientist in a lab, you don't know what it's like working out in the fields and the farmlands, and the farmhands are farmhands, down to earth, but also prejudiced against anyone who they think is always acting smarter than them. But you get the diehard brother who's like the eldest and supporting the father and the farm and is always in favor of the farm. You get the second oldest who wants to make their mark by um, parceling their land and renting it out to others to do what they want. And that's where we get to the chemical spills issues. But first things first, female, 90.5 kilograms, bronze. Yeah, it's fine. It's only a female. Yeah, it wasn't gold ring which we broke. 59.0 bronze stamp, 651 cash. Not bad. Let's see. And if we head down here, maybe we'll come across a way to cross. If not, we'll get alligators for sure. But on the movie, yeah. So as they're going around and they're just doing their little get together meeting, the they just start noticing all these animals dying on their thing. And the kicker was when a small herd of deer crashed into their electric fence and it killed them all. And they were trying to figure out why are these guys running, what happened to them. So they go out and they're starting to explore. They got the dogs with them. And here gets the kicker on where I'm always hesitant with dogs and pigs because of this movie. It's like, oh, geez. And then you look it up and it's like, no, wait, this actually could kind of happen given the right circumstances. But essentially, the dog had chased the scent of this one pig down a badger burrow, which the pig had taken shelter in. Needless to say, in that confined location, the pig, unfortunately, had done the dog in. So, very sad and very gruesome moment. They burn it out with smoke, and they're already like, holy shit, this is not a normal pig. But we had to figure out what was going on because if there's one pig, there's more, and if the other pigs are like this one pig, we have a problem. So, needless to say, they go out into the marsh where. Ooh, there you are. Ah, he turned. Choose a spot. Nah, no way. That should have killed him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bring up the hunter's mate. Come on. Wait. Hold on. Bring that back up. Are you telling me he's still alive? Nah, no way. Those were two direct hits with M1. He should not be alive. Where'd he go? It's like he disappeared into the mud. Oh, there's the pigs. Probably pay attention to what's in front of me. I know, dog. I know. He's somewhere out here. Yeah, I know, dog. I know. Don't worry. Oh, God. You know, that's got to be so terrifying knowing that there's a wounded gator in the waters right here and you have to cross this bridge. So many things could go wrong right here. And see, this is the one issue I always have with hunting these guys. If you don't get that good kill on these guys, they'll just dive in the water and you'll never see them again. Which, to be fair, is how it is in real life as well. So, going back to that movie I was mentioning, they do that. They get out there into the marsh. They find the sow, because that's what it all started with, was the sow drinking from it. And she had given birth to her little piglets. The thing is, the sow was basically comatose, so they thought she was dead while they were investigating, and they were poking her and whatnot. And turns out she was alive. And when she woke up and started squealing, freaking out, they shot her, and by just pure reaction, which makes sense. The problem is all like they started to realize, like, wait, if the sow, because the sow was mutated, she's this big, ugly monstrosity thing already, and so they were all like, wait, if she did this, and as they're saying that, you hear the pigs do their little like war cry out in the distance. So like, ooh, God, you're in trouble. And of course, if anyone has ever heard a pig scream, it's not a good sound. It's like when you hear a rabbit, but then you hear a pig. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have heard the pig sounds before and be like, "Oh yeah, when you handle a pig, they just scream naturally." No, no, no. I mean, that's when they're in distress. I'm talking about a pig that's on a rampage.
The big game club's gotta be hiding something around here.
There's cinder blocks. Is that supposed to be like a parking section? It's gotta be.
Try 050461. I knew it. Well, gotta give them some credit. It is marginally better than 123456.
Uh huh. Ah, okay. You
We're
won.
in. But look, leave everything the way you found it, okay? Just take a quick look around and go. And make sure you're armed. Not saying anything's gonna happen, but I wouldn't want to cross Jeremiah Bodden or Wright Bingham in a hurry.
She knows what we're doing can get us into serious trouble, and she's like, just do it.
Steve Ernie's briefcase. I guess this is where they have their meetings.
Sock Friday. Confirm feeding duties. Come on.
A floor plan? For what? Stock? Sounds like a factory or a warehouse. What's a hunt club doing messing around with stock? Can you grab a photo of this? I don't really get it, but maybe we can piece it together once you get out of there. Do I hear footsteps? Go, get out fast. down towards the cotton fields.
Fucking shoot at me!
Go, go!
You've finally shown your true colors, Miss Davis. Took you long enough.
We weren't... You're trying to get Camp Haven shut down. What choice do we have?
Well, Sugar, maybe your mama never taught you to respect other people's property. But if you think you can put your own gain above the welfare of this community, you got another thing coming. That dog don't hunt. And that meddling lackey of yours, such a waste of talent.
Call your men off, Mrs. Tackett. This isn't funny.
You just waltzed in here with a twinkle in your eye and gobbled up our land, didn't you? Goddamn Yankee transplant. We're just doing what we need to do to ensure our club survives. You understand, don't you? Do you need my boys to make you understand?
I bought that land fair and square, Betty. And don't you call me an outsider. My family worked these same fields long before you were born.
And then they up and quit the place. Bless your heart, girl. You ain't got the faintest idea of how things work around here. Why don't you just... The hell is that?
Enough is enough, Betty. Call off your men and tell them to take down the rest of the tapes.
That's not. We ain't set up any tapes anywhere close to here.
Then it must be something else.
Well, it's none of my concern. Now listen, this is your final warning. Don't let me hear about you causing any more trouble for the BGC or there'll be hell to pay.
There, I think they're gone. Not gonna lie, that scared the hell out of me.
You? They
That
shot
is-
at me.
Not the kind of woman you want to make an enemy of. Let's stop for a minute and consider
God
this.
damn, those alligators are tough to kill.
So look, there's something going on here, and it's not just Betty convincing some kids that Mississippi Acres is haunted. The rogue gator thing earlier, the noises we heard just now, that floor plan. There's an abandoned paper mill not far from here, just across the river bend. Maybe we'll find some answers there. It wouldn't surprise me if Bodden and Bingham are still skulking around, though. Can you wait until dusk?
Well, what we can do is head right over there. Excuse me. Oh. Oh. Having your schedule messed up and then trying to get back on it is always such a bitch to do. Let's see. Where was I on that one movie? I'm sticking with this movie story because gotta find something to do. But anyway, yeah, so the dad, unfortunately, is the first one to go. Yes, I know. You're giving me a warning call. I'm just moving along right here. No worries. That's the first to go, but not to a pig. I think what happened to him was his heart condition got the... No, wait, that's right. They were trying to climb a tree, but the second younger son had, in a panic, caused the father to fall, and the father died from the fall. But the... Oh, God, was that it? I think so. I don't remember how the eldest son dies. It's a raccoon. See him though. But anyway, so they had thrown the father off to use as bait. Or no, wait. No. Okay. I'm starting to remember now. Okay, so the father did suffer a heart condition in the field, and as they were trying to run away, the pigs were surrounding them. And so the father sacrificed himself because he knew his heart condition was getting worse and worse, and pushed his boys away, and then basically made his walkie-talkie make a bunch of noise, and that drew the pigs towards him so that they could try to escape. However, they were forcing the eldest son to try and leave the fiance and the second son, but um, the eldest son, the fiance, finally caved in. It's like, okay, no, we're going to help him. The second son, however, refused, and it was during that incident of them arguing with each other that I believe the father was killed. So as they do that, they start running away, and then they get to the tree. And as they're climbing up to the tree, the second son is like already up there, and the first son just sees them and just starts climbing after him. And the second son's up there, it's like, hey, it's just an accident. I didn't mean to. I wanted to live, and all this other stuff. You know, the usual BS sayings when you betray your family members, and then all of a sudden your family members survive and are very awkward situation afterwards. However, during this whole time as well, they're talking to the fiance, who's the smart guy, the scientist, and he's trying to discuss what could have done this to them. And they figured out by now it was the water supply, and they were talking about this throughout this point. And the eldest son was all like, "So what happens if you drink from the water for too long? What will it do to humans?" And he's all like, it depends. Do you feel if you feel anything going on in your stomach, you need to let me know right away, because that could be a sign that it's affecting you as well. And of course, all this while, the eldest son is still kind of giving him crap because, like, oh, you're a smart scientist, so what do you know about the farmer's life? But now that he needed a question answered seriously, he's all like, so what do you know? And then he said that, and the eldest son just kind of stopped walking for a second. And it's like, but it's not lethal, right? There's no long term damage, is there? Will I be okay? What do I need to do just in case? And they kind of bonded over that. So it's like, okay, yeah, he earned his way in. And it gets even worse because then the second son and the eldest son, when they're hiding up in the tree and they're fighting each other, the second son is able to actually gain the hand because the eldest son has a reaction to a gut punch the second son threw at him. And so he fell down, clutching his stomach. He didn't fall down to the floor, he fell down onto his second highest branch. Where the hell is the entrance to this thing? Thank you. Yeah, so but basically the second son pushes the eldest son off, and that breaks his spine when he falls on one of the lower tree branches that they're up on the tree hiding in. Okay, I'm about to say no music. Come on, give me the music, give me the music. Give me a little banjo. There you go. Not banjo, but guitar. Gotta wait till dusk.
It's probably dark enough now. I'll mark the mill on your hunter mate. And Rookie, can you bring a weapon? Just in case, and this isn't an excuse to do anything stupid. I trust you.
Uh-huh. I trust you to perform my criminal actions for me. Look, say whatever you will, she is totally encouraging you to break the law in order to gain her agenda, no matter how you say it. So, as we continue on, we'll continue with the movie story. So, as they're going on, and the fiance sees this, so the fiance sees the second son basically kill the first son after, of course, abandoning the father. His fiance, the wife to be, is still at home. No idea any of this is going on. just kind of concerned that, oh no, my hubby's going to get the hazing from the family. But let's just say tensions get very tense between the fiance and the second eldest son, because the second eldest son turns out, it all comes out with this saying, what the hell is going on, and why did you look like you recognize what was his land? It was one of the lands he had parceled and sold off. He had sold it to a chemical company who had used the farmland as a dumping ground for chemicals, and that's how you get these mutant pigs. So as they're running through, they need a way to get out of there. But unfortunately, the last communications were all on the old man, the father. So they need to get to the center of the field where the pigs had killed him. And hopefully his walkie talkie is somewhere on his body. So they decide, okay, we need some bait. They toss over the eldest brother's body from the branch he had fallen on and use that to attract the pigs. So as they were going around, the second son obviously stays in the tree. While the fiance um, has to go do it because, main character energy and all that. Let's see. So with that, the pigs are distracted. Close calls ensue. He gets the walkie-talkie. He calls his fiance, and she's on her way to pick them up at the cabin where they had initially started. Nah, no way we see him. Not in this darkness. So the two start making their way over towards the cabin, and they're pursued by the pigs while they're doing it. They eventually are able to get inside, but the pigs are like tearing down the walls. Yes, it's kind of getting some B movie esqueness right there with giant killer pigs tearing on the walls. Sorry, giant killer mutant pigs. So they go through all that, and they trap the pigs in the cabin. But this is, of course, while the falling out between the fiance and the second brother hits full blast, and they start
Those
fighting
weird
each other to
noises
death.
again. They're definitely coming from inside. Do you see a way in?
Because the second brother wanted to keep it a secret of what he did, where he abandoned the father, pushed the first brother off, and killed him in the fall. And of course, now with the keeping secret of the chemical dumping. So during this fight for survival, he ends up trapping the pigs in the barn and killing them all in a fire. And as they get out, and he's fighting the second brother again now. He ends up shooting second brother, but he's like mortally wounded right here, and he's dying. So as he's dying, his wife, his fiance, finally arrives. So they get there. It's all like, oh my god, what happened? What happened? Oh, don't worry, I'll get you help. I'll get you help. And it's like, oh, happy ending, right? Wrong. Because as she's walking on the phone calling police, she comes across her second brother. She doesn't know anything at this point, though. So, but she sees the bullet hole, and obviously, the fiance has the gun. Put two and two together, and you got a very unfortunate misunderstanding of epic proportions. And so it ends kind of in a sad note where basically all three of the male family members died, including the fiance. The pigs are all dead, but the dumping is still happening, and it just kind of goes one of the cliffhanger moments where it's showing the other screen and it's showing more pigs drinking from the stream. And unfortunately, what's even worse is that the fiance, from what I could remember, does die, but he dies looking at his wife to be and who's looking at him in absolute disgust, like, you murdered my family. And he's all like, no, no, and proceeds to die. So it's kind of really sad and fucked up with that. But it was a good
Someone's
monster
been
movie.
making use of this place
Ooh,
since it
there you
got
go.
shut down. Hell, that was a decade ago.
Wait, let me get this straight. This place was shut down a decade ago, and they still got all this equipment out here? Someone's lazy. And like, this is not just forgot to take out the garbage lazy. This is holy fuck, you left the entire oven on and blew up the house lazy. I'm telling you, they can make a really good horror game if they put their money where their mouth is. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. I just gotta keep going until we find some way through. But yeah, old B movies like that are some of the greatest in my opinion. Still watch them. Unfortunately, for that one, I only remember watching it like one time, like really well. And I think it was like on old Netflix before Netflix just started axing everything left and right.
Can you see okay? Don't be afraid to get out your flashlight.
Yeah, see, like a generator like this, and they just left it here. Nuh-uh.
Oh, I don't want to know what that is.
Ooh.
How? What is going on here? Remember that floor plan? This is definitely the same layout. Did Betty know about this? Alligator eggs. And there's one of those heaters. Were they incubating them? There's been a lot of flooding in Louisiana the past few years, and that drives up the price of gator eggs across the board. Zoos and farms there will buy them for $70 a pop. Tanned alligator hides. This is poaching.
God, look at all those alligator load in there. There's even more up there. There's gotta be over several. Just going about stuff ways I know. It's probably like each one of these is $200 to $300, depending on the gator size.
Oh my God, you poor, poor thing. Look at the food it left behind. It must be sick. I think you're gonna have to end its suffering. We can't in good conscience release an ill alligator into the wild. Thank you. We do what we do because we love animals, right? I need to talk to Betty. 1 minute, I'll bring her up on speakerphone. Hi again. We've sourced those noises we heard earlier to the old paper mill on the outskirts of Mississippi Acres. Care to explain what you're doing there?
What we're doing there? Care to explain what you mean by that?
I've just sent you a photo our counselor took in your headquarters. It's a floor plan for the mill. And that noise we heard earlier? A sick alligator confined to a pen. You're poaching, aren't you?
We are doing no such thing. I'll admit I haven't been to many meetings lately, what with my neck and all, but the boys... They... No. No, they wouldn't. They just said they wanted somewhere to hunt whitetail.
Mm-hmm.
To bring more money in, right? Well, gator poaching's mighty lucrative, Mrs. Tackett.
You're telling me those boys have been sneaking around behind my back the whole time? And I'm the damn chairwoman. They do nothing without my approval. I swear if my brother was involved in this, I'll pitch a fit. It ain't easy work, this. And some of 'em are a little old-fashioned, don't like taking orders from a woman, even if the club's been in her family for 4 damn generations.
I'm sure the local papers would be happy to get a hold of this story, Mrs. Tackett.
Look, let me sort it out. I promise you we'll let you keep your summer camp. Hell, we'll sponsor it if you like.
That's all right. But it sounds like we have a deal. You tell your boys to clear out of the mill and release the hatchlings back into the wild. I'll keep quiet about this as long as you leave Camp Haven alone. And let's keep up our flood relief work.
Agreed. Sorry about the trouble, y'all. You take care now.
What a week. I knew Camp Haven would have its challenges, but this... Nature hasn't been kind to us this year, and if people aren't either, it makes it damn difficult to survive out here. Of course we're invested in our history. It's who we are, what we've been through. But we can't forget our future either. When our homes are flooded and people and animals are displaced, all we have is each other. Preparations for our next summer camp session are pretty much complete now. So as long as you've brushed up on your firearm safety and know how to fill out an injury report, you're good to go. We've got to learn to live together out here. I hope Betty's beginning to come round to that. I wonder if she can make the rest of the BGC see sense. I'll contact you if there's anything else. And if not, we've got the whole summer to plan our next move, right, Rookie? Oh, and thank you. I'm sure you thought I was crazy first time I mentioned the strange noises, but you stuck it out. It means a lot to me.
Sight, come on. Wait, you still there? Oh well. Alright, so with that, Mississippi is done. We got all the way to the north, though, still untouched. However, needless to say, we are on to another reserve. Yeah, need to go through here. It's easier for me to do it this way because this way I can keep a chronological order of them. But we're finally done, guys. Said it's been a rough week, man. I think it's been more so like a rough year right there. From New England to River Tully, Mississippi to Rancho del Arroyo. So disappointed when that mission was bugged out here. God, just imagining all these reserves. I was there for each of their releases.
Welcome to Rancho del Arroyo. Your flight was okay? Can I get you? This is Vaquero country. Generations of cowboys have eked out a living here, my family among them. But all that cattle ranching has left its mark. I'd be trading this land's future for a quick buck if I wasn't prepared to face up to that. You've been all over the world, hunted in countless reserves. If anyone knows what this place needs to compete with the best of them, it's you. So, I want you to help us make a change. Become Northern Mexico's leading biosphere and hunting reserve. Let me explain. ¿Qué onda, sleepyhead? It's time to get to work. If you want to head out and work off last night's carne asada, do me the honor of officially opening this outpost first, huh?
Carne asada.
Or feel free to scout out the place. Get the bacanora out of your system. This building, La Casa Grande, or the Big House, is gonna be your base of operations. I know, it's a mess. I took my own stuff, but nobody's volunteered to come pick up the family's things yet. So look all you want, but don't touch. My mom would come over and hit me with her flip-flop if I so much as hinted that someone had been rummaging around. Family, you know. Anyway, settle in. U.S. hunters love the glass terrain with binoculars. But if you find yourself in denser cover, tracking's the way to go. Just make sure you keep your bearings.
Actually, real quick, I do need to go to the bathroom, so we'll be right back. Here I am reaching for a bunch of things to turn off the microphone on my end, and it's like, nope, got an open speaker on now. Okay, I'm back. I find myself hovering around my computer as I'm walking by to try and heat up. Needless to say, it is not enough. I have now deployed the blanket, not the poncho yet, just the blanket.
Not a bad place to put your feet up, no? Come back whenever you need a real bed. Now, I know you've mastered some pretty extreme environments, but the desert isn't something you can just stroll into. Why don't you do some scouting from the lookout tower nearby? The first step to surviving out here is knowing where the water is. That'll lead you to the food, and I'm sure you can figure out the rest.
It's the option. I always like to try and do the optional missions. It's the gamer in me. You gotta do the side quests first before you actually get to the main quest.
Ugh. Oh, I told her to take those down. This is what I did when the other boys were out playing soccer. Managed to make a career out of it, at least.
Oh, come on. Let go. Chair's rolling over the blanket. Okay. How to Make a Fortune by John Doe. Mm-hmm. So it's so weird. It's such a vibrant kitchen, even though it really only has like kind of just one main art feature, which is the tiling. Mescal, Don Juez, 100% agave, handpicked regional, and tequila.
The Underdogs by Mariano Azuela. It's about the revolution. My bisabuelo Javier used to complain that Azuela had gotten it all wrong. And I should know I was there. But he must have read it cover to cover 20 times.
Mm-hmm. Just like in Blue Beetle, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it was okay. It wasn't terrible. But and Nana, and the moment Nana's acting all serious, is like, oh boy, Nana's a revolutionary. Is the hat?
Ah, that's a soldadera's hat. A woman revolutionary. My sister borrowed it for the centenary celebrations in Mexico City a few years ago. Let no one tell you Mexican women are afraid to do the dirty work.
Who the fuck have ever said that any Mexican is afraid to do the dirty work? Speaking as someone who's Hispanic with said Mexican blood coursing through my veins, so fuck off anyone who tries to argue against it. They're down and dirty. They don't have time for bullshit. They're like, what do we need done? Okay, let's do it.
That was my great-grandfather Javier's. I swear that man used to take the damn thing into the bathroom with him. He was a vaquero through and through.
I mean, you never know when you may need it.
Hey, I don't mean to stress you out or anything, but this isn't quite what I meant by scouting the place out.
What is this key here? We'll figure out later, I'm pretty sure. At least I think we will. So I wonder how this happens. Does the guy just go around the hacienda and be like, hey, what's this? What's that? There's gotta be something.
No one's really been in here much since my bisabuelo. That's my great-grandfather, since he died.
Abuelo is male, abuela is female. So, Spanish Course 101. If there's an A at the end of it, more than likely it is for female or a woman is saying this. If they say lo, it's usually male oriented. This courtyard is fucking awesome. It says there's one more thing. I think I had this problem before, but I have no idea where it is. Sneeze. Excuse me. Well, that's another unfortunate side effect of no longer having a microphone that's controllable right there and then. Ow! Oh, my shoulders. There's nothing worse than a sneeze that actually makes you strain your muscles and it hurts. Okay. Let's just look around, see what we can find. Says there's just one thing. Alright, well, we've always had this problem before of just having one thing. I'll check my equipment real quick. See if there's anything I can get. Got 42,000. It's a duck collar. Again, not a big duck hunter. Deer grunt, that would have been useful here. Unfortunately, we're quite a few levels away. Moose collar, useless. Predator. Oh yeah, I did get the DLC from Christmas. Quist Red Pro Electronic Collar. All callable species. Excuse me. My thing is, this feels like such a set up kind of one. So I think we'll be fine. I believe it's the shotguns. And we still can't afford them. Okay. Well, I'm still good on rifle ammo. I have no collars that I need. Let me pick up some more of this. Don't care about clothing. Binoculars. 8 more levels for that one. Nothing else going on there. Nothing else going on here. I'll need that. There's Mexican bobcat. I don't think there's raccoons here, so we don't need that. We have peccaries. The Rio Grande turkey. Yeah, okay, so we do have those. There's no access deer. There's none of that. None of that. Definitely none of those. None of that. And none of those. Excuse me. The kennel. Right. Yeah, I did not get the Labrador Retriever because, again, the Labrador Retriever only does one thing. And I would rather have you track where my prey is rather than retrieve it for me. Down. Okay. Off we get. Buy this. And we're good to go. It's really weird because although I claim Silver Ridge as home territory, I can just as easily claim Del Royo right here as home territory as well. It's the benefit of being SoCal. You go to the extreme south of Southern California, you'll come across territory like this, no problem. But if you go to the extreme north of California, you'll find territory like Silver Ridge, no problem as well. It's just one of those things where people kind of really underestimate like how far it's not really how far, but how well, no. I'm just trying to think of different ways to say the same thing, unfortunately. But yeah, how far away it is from point A to point B in a single state in the US. Because in Europe, the UK, I'll use the UK because that's the only example I'm really the most familiar with that I can comfortably say this. It's like the UK, everything's just so close together. And people talk about like, oh yeah, we'll have to make a journey. Yeah, sure, you may have to deal with congestion and a lot of people and all that, but the other times it's just city has literally everything right there. You can the only place I can think of is like maybe New York, but that's only because New York has adjusted to this new way because they've had to. Where it's like you can go down a single strip of street in New York, and you will find everything: clothing, medical, food, insurance. Um, the only thing I doubt you would find would be any auto care centers because let's face it, in cities that crowded, there's no point to a car. It's like if you get a car and you go through and you just go through a city like New York and you expect to be treated better or have preferential treatment just because of it. It's like no, no, they do not care. Um, that is a quail. Okay. However, I doubt we'll be able to actually get him. Brush is way too thick to spot. I mean, if I get a chance to take a shot, I will. But this is once again coming up to my problem of hating to hunt in these hill lands. Everything is hiding behind a ridge. If I'm not mistaken, I just heard him fly off somewhere. What? Come on, come on. Come on. Okay. Got a few of them there. For sure, at least. I think I missed that last one. Got a female at 1.0 kilograms, 7.3 trophy rating, bronze stamp, 765. Okay. On my next one. And 2.2 kilograms, 17.4 trophy rating, gold stamp, 992 in cash. Nice. Really love the bird. All right, next. Oh yeah, it should be like a massive chunk of these things right here. Where we going, dog? Ah, damn. Mm-mm-mm. 0.9 kilograms, 7.1 trophy ring, bronze stamp, 673 in cash. Next. Come on, dog. No? Okay. Let's see, if I'm not mistaken, there was, I think, one more somewhere out over here. Nothing? Okay. Try right here. What do you see, bud? None? Alright. You gave it your all. Focus, alert is at 2, bonds at 2. I still don't understand that. Like, focus to work, does that really matter? Because we literally order them. Yeah, sure, they may have a slow start, but they still get to it. A Spider-Man ad? What's that for? Is there like an anniversary of Spider-Man coming up? No, it's just an advertisement for Spider-Man in general. Okay. 847. Though. I could have sworn I just heard like a frog go. Pronghorn. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot there are pronghorn on this map. Wait, were there? No, before there weren't. Yeah, they only used to be in Silver Ridge. Keep on forgetting as we go into the older maps, we come across more and more of the no, not that. The restocking. That's what it is. Like all the old reserves were restocked with some of the newer animals that they've released because it didn't make sense for them not to be in those reserves. And to be honest, I still think it's a good idea, even if they overcrowd the reserves this way. So this way, what happens is, say you have certain people who play, they don't want to pay for any of the DLC reserves because they're having just as much fun on their regular one. So yeah, sure, go for it. But how do you get those? It's a deer. Strangest sounds deers can make, but that's one of the sounds they do. Ah, they're literally right above this hill. Well, they were. But I heard them. Yep, there goes. Look how close that was. Like, how was I supposed to know these guys were literally right up here? I find a good spot. Can I wait for them to come back? Don't move. She can't see us if we don't move. She literally can't see us if we don't move. Super skittish. She's still there? Yeah, she's still there. Where's your male compatriot, though? Just gonna walk on by, aren't you? Oop. Oh, geez. There's a selection. Don't give you much chance to go for another shot. I did get him, though, right? Yes, alright. As long as we got him. Hate to go through all this and be like, oh, you missed a shot. Jesus, did I miss a shot already as well? Non-vital organ hit. I mean, he dropped, so he didn't get far. But neither should these others. Now, the only thing I can think of is that they either went down here and then that way, or they went that way right off the bat. I don't think they would have gone this way. They've probably gone pretty far by now. I mean, we got the purple circle, so he couldn't have gone that far. .025, really close. Importantly, though, where's your dear compatriots? Are you guys over here? Because when I heard something moving. And there's my deer over there. But I don't see the other herd. Going by tracks, I think they either went that way or they doubled back over there. But our prize is somewhere right here. It was. Where'd it go? Further along. There you are. And there they are. Okay. Yeah, nothing too big. Okay, it wasn't a gold we messed up. Little too far to the right. Okay, again, we didn't lose much. 74.4 kilograms at a bronze stamp with 152.3 trophy rating and 486 in cash. More importantly, though, Oh,
Your
no,
biggest
some
problem with bighorn
bighorns.
sheep would be reaching them. They tend to live on the faces of fairly open hills, at least, so you can down them from a distance and scramble up.
Well, there's no collars for bighorns. And to be honest, I don't really remember bighorns being on this map either. So level 2. These guys are level 3s. Is that just your butt, or is that like a bipod? No, I think that's just his butt. Oh, wait, there's another one back there. That's a level 4. Hello. How the fuck am I going to get him, though? This is going to be a tricky shot. It's not impossible, but I definitely don't like this angle. Can I disturb him? Nah, still too far away. If I could just get up, I would have a shot. Hold on, gotta mark him. Alright, that one's up. Now, if you can get your companion to stand up as well. Come on. I'm right here. I'm out in the open. I gotta get closer. Oh, wait. That's right. Alert. It's traveling now. And he's back down. Okay. Yeah, see, if I didn't know any better, I would not see any animals over that direction. Aside from a dog. Excuse me, dog. What's even weird is that I know people who play this game, and I've seen people who play this game where it's all like, "Oh, look, there's an animal right there," and it's all like, "Oh, what? I don't see anything," and then they like just they zoom in and then highlight them just so that you can see them. And now we're in the thicket. There's no good angle on this guy. Okay, there we go. I'll take that. Again, I really need that recoil management for this gun. However, I'll take that level 4, and then you know what? We'll head on back and start recapping on the missions. Hi. Okay, that works as well. Oh, God, this thing tore through her. 51.4 kilograms, no trophy rating, 586 in cash. More importantly, that bighorn. Hey, bud, hunt him up. Hunt him up, bighorn. You couldn't have gone too far. As a matter of fact, I don't think he went far at all. There you are. Okay. Liver, left lung, stomach. Male, 140.6 kilograms at 155.2 trophy rating, gold stamp, and 11.95 in cash. He's pretty big. Not a diamond, though. Hmm? Oh, it's you, dog. Oh, oh, wait, what's that? Hello. I do believe he's trapped. It is only fair that we free him from his suffering. Don't make this difficult, buddy. Oh boy, you're gonna make this difficult. Nope, I think he dropped. I don't know why, but the blood looks like it's much more vivid in color now. Male, 81.9 kilograms at 187.0 trophy rating, silver stamp, and 759 cash. Just as he was trotting along trying to run. Alright, and I do believe that was it right over here. Come on, dog. I don't think there's anything else out here. Dog? No tracks found? Alright, it's okay, bud. Come on. We all have our moments. Oh, God. It's going to be good to finally get the schedule back going. And to be fair, during the week that I was out, I went down a rabbit hole. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes just going down rabbit holes is actually, in my opinion, really good. Especially for like a mode of rest and relaxation, or hell, even better, for a moment of curiosity. You know how they always say it's like, oh, I went onto the bad part of YouTube and I saw some crazy ass shit. Same thing, really. That's what rabbit hole diving is for. But now, just imagine if you put that to the curiosity spectrum of it. People will be like, what's this? What's that? And they'll start singing along with the whole Jack Skellington song, trying to decipher shit. What's up, dog? Oh, boy. Alright, buddy. Come on up here. He couldn't have gotten too far. 75 to 100. Oh, wait. He's still stuck. Oh, no. I think he's stuck down there. Yep. He's stuck down there. God damn it. We lost the dog. Well, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. We will track the animal ourselves. Ooh, wow. This is actually a pretty poor hit. Now, to be fair, the deer was glitching out, so we may not have actually hit in a good area like I thought we did. No, I would have expected some blood by now, or at least some change in percentage in health. This last one right here, not saying anything, we'll give up on him. Yeah, no, he's not dropping anytime soon. Okay, to the tower! Oh god, the more... Get the shotgun out. The more I think about the cold, the more I just react to it. Let's try and flush him. Keep my eyes open. There they are. Oh no, he's gonna go through those trees. Oh no. Where'd he go? Damn it, he dropped down and I lost him. Wait, there's one. And there's a male right there. Come on, take off, take off. Load. Load. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We got two. We got two. Two males. Ooh. 1.8 kilograms. Stand at 14.9 trophy rating of the silver stamp and 1070 in cash. I will take. These pheasants are probably like the only bird species I do not mind hunting because they stick around for a good while, and when they do fly, they're decent enough to hit. Unlike some of the other smaller ones. This guy's fat. Look at him. He's such a fat fucking quail. Like, he can't just be me, right? That's huge. Only a gold. Close, though. 2.3 kilograms at 17.4 trophy rating, gold stamp, and 11.53 in cash. Hello, dog. And this. Alright, we have our skill point. Innate triangulation, try and reduce that down. And even then, as we're going through this, we can, if we have to, we can get rid of the innate triangulation, get me those 2 points right there, and use them to something else. But we'll see if we even need to. And up we go once again. If I'm not mistaken, at some point or another, there is a bobcat that wanders this area. Then again, that was a while ago. They could have changed the area need zones. Look, I'm just saying as well, if they just close this section off, add in a bathroom, and hell, you don't need to add in a full kitchen. Give me a microwave and a little fridge or a freezer. I can make this into a really nice studio place right here. I'll need a shower and a toilet. That's probably guaranteed two things that I will need.
looks captivating, no?
But I'm telling you, I
Except
think
a
I
lot
can
of the
make it work.
problem with ranches like this one is what you can't see. We've sucked up so much of the groundwater for cattle that areas that used to be wetlands are turning arid year-round. The grasslands are mostly buffalo grass. It's an introduced species that smothers native plants. Likes to catch fire, too. I once saw a saguaro, you know, one of those classic cactus plants, surrounded by buffalo grass, burst into flames. It was one of the kicks in the rear I needed to finally sell off the last of our cattle. Anyway, take the time to explore the ranch in your downtime, too. If even half of what I heard growing up is true, there is plenty waiting out there. So, while I'm stuck waiting for someone, they said less than a minute, but out here that means at least 5, or probably more like 20.
Yeah, Mexican minutes.
Anyway, you're here to evaluate the facilities, but there are a few things I need you to take care of first. I'll make it worth your while, of course. First up, the cattle may be gone, but there's still some fencing left. There should be a pair of fencing pliers on the countertop in the hacienda's kitchen.
Okay, okay. Not much else to it. Excuse me. I mean, with like how much hunting pressure we put in this area right off the bat, I doubt we'll see anything anytime soon. Look, it's not my fault. Some quails decide that they'll have their nest in the trotting grounds of a vicious hunter. Oh my god, is that more? It is. Well, let's see if we can flush them. Whenever they make calls like that, these pheasants are usually close enough. And they will run for a little bit, but luckily you can kind of outrun them depending on the bird. There you are. Take to the sky. Take to the sky. Fly, birds, fly. I only get credit for you if you fly. That's one. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? It's got you. Anyone else? No? Good. I mean, this one, that one right here. That doesn't count. You turned around and you saw it. Female, 0.8 kilograms at a 6.7 trophy rating, bronze stamp, and 884 in cash. Eyes over there. Well, seeing as how that's where the other one got. Let's see if we can pick them up and along with another bird. Good training for the shotgun, at least. Come on. Up. Let's see if I'm right. It was somewhere over here. Dog, find it for me. .9 kilograms at a 7.1 trophy rating, bronze stamp, and 907 in cash. Not bad. Oh my god, look at all that. Come on, move. There you go. Ow. Mm. Not gonna lie, still having to get used to this new chair. And I think it's just has to go with just it's a new chair. Need to break it in. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have been using it ever since I got it and assembled it. But even still, when it's one of those custom fitted chairs, it takes you a while to get your butt impression just right where you're comfy. It never feels like you travel far at all in this game sometimes, and yet you always look back and you realize just how far you actually have moved. Hmm. What is that? That's oh, it's an Age of Sigmar trailer. I have looked at that one. It looked interesting, but I also don't know anything about the Age of Sigmar. Realms of Ruin, that's what it's called. Yeah, 40k fantasy Warhammer. Hit me up. I may know some things you don't because I like to deep dive that stuff. But Age of Sigmar, I have no fucking clue what the hell's going on in there at all. Because, like, I don't know. Is it supposed to be the transitionary period from fantasy to 40k, or is it? Well, no. Wait, that can't be right because they got the bolters already, and obviously those weren't in fantasy. See, I don't know. I don't know if it's I mean, technically speaking, the transitioning period between fantasy and 40k is over 40,000 years, so it's entirely possible. Humans as a civilization have has not existed even beyond 10,000 years, I don't think. No, that's not true. I don't think. Okay. Oh, fuck, this is going to make me curious. Our species is less than 100,000 years old. I know that. And I'm saying this in the sense of not including like any of our other subspecies on our simian family tree line. Ah, yeah, okay, this is probably the
I was
bobcat I was mentioning
obsessed with
before.
bobcats as a kid, like, wanted one as a pet obsessed. I know better than to think I could catch one now, of course. But a man can dream.
Oh, look at that. You're still in the area, too. Come on, dog. And now that's totally thrown me off course. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, that's right. I don't have to be afraid to scratch my head because the microphone's not attached. Finally. Oh man, before it used to be such a nightmare if I like ever have an itch that popped up on my face somewhere, and it's all like, okay, the if I just carefully slide my finger underneath the microphone and not move it, I won't disturb the audio too much. But every now and then you just hear the nail just kind of run across the I was gonna say the gristle, but it's not the gristle. I really hope there's no gristle on my face. It's not the grime. The grizzle. That's what it was. Wow, these pronghorn actually get pretty close to the hacienda. I think I had an experience like that once. It's only just once. It was camping out by Big Bear Lake. It's bobcat. It wasn't pronghorn, wasn't bobcat. I think it was just like a deer species, like a whitetail, possibly common species over there. Saw them hike around the cabins in the early mornings, and they're eating everything on the ground. Stone is so bright. There is actually a point to building these buildings with the white stone. It's because obviously white reflects the UV light in the UV spectrum. So, less heat and less harshness on you. And also, with the sun just kind of basically bleaching everything out here, it kind of helps keep the building up to date. Not up to date. Up to maintenance, I guess? Or at least visually appealing. Yes, yes, I know you're out there, Mrs. Bobcat, and your sound is just as horrible as all the other times I hear it. I always wondered, but if you leave a door open and you just watch in the wilderness, what would be the first animal to enter?
That's them. I'll mark the spot on your hunter mate.
See, I would imagine a carnivore or something, like a species who is curious. And carnivores, for the most part, no, I would say omnivores actually, are the most curious because they're the ones who can eat anything. So usually those depictions of the bears digging through the garbage cans because they're hungry and need food is because they're omnivores like us and they'll eat anything. Granted, of course, they're not meant to eat human processed foods. That's why you get things like Hank the Tank, which is pretty popular black bear, but he's just fat as fuck. We're talking if you inflated you stick a pump in a bear and inflate him.
Hey, watch yourself there. The nearest hospital would laugh you out of the building if you told them you needed a tetanus shot for a barbed wire cut just because you weren't wearing gloves. And now the posts. You can pile them up in a heap and I'll have someone collect them later.
You know, I'm just saying, it would probably be harder to get the posts out than it would the wires. Because the things are buried. Like, if I had to guesstimate from video game perspective, half a foot in by the looks of it? That's not very deep. Maybe it is a foot. I mean, it's got to be more than that in real life because that's not going to hold back a cow.
Whew. I'm getting sweaty just watching you. Hey, don't get me wrong. I actually wanted to check this one off the list myself, but I had some matters to attend to in town. It's a big moment for the ranch, tearing down the last of the fencing. The Soto family has raised cattle on this land since Mexico's independence. My mom... now you're making me sentimental. Look, how about a change of pace, huh? I'm stuck here waiting, and you're probably itching to put that trigger finger to good use, so let's have some fun. Things out here aren't all business, you know? You ever hunted pheasant before, no? Well, I'm no expert, but I picked up a couple of pointers from my friends over the border when we introduced these guys, so I can show you the ropes. Head over to the region marked on your hunter mate and we'll get started. Pheasants are shy, so look around for any evidence of them in vegetation cover.
Yes. Oh, wait. I did not think that we would actually see her. Maybe we didn't. She was there for just the briefest second. Alright. We'll keep going then. God damn, I don't know why, but it feels like it's getting colder. Come on, body pap. Act as a natural barrier like you're meant to. God, do you know how easy it would be if our bodies burned our fat instead of our muscles first? No one would ever exercise again. They would literally just starve themselves. Oh, I guess applying some of this would be helpful. Alan, welcome back. Hello. Not too much is going on. Just a massacre of a bunch of pheasants right over here. But onto a new map, a new storyline, and some more money. How much do we have, actually? 41,000. Oh boy, we only just now are able to restock from all the ammo we had to rebuy. But at least we bought it. Something I'm curious about as well. No, that's right. It doesn't fucking show us that way. Still, big gripe for me about the game. They need to reorganize the codex so that if I pull up the region that I'm hunting, it just gives me a list of the animals there. Playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. There you go. Yeah, you were saying you was that you or was that Braxton? I think that was you. Saying how you got it a diamond bear. No, that's Braxton. Yeah, unfortunately, no diamonds. Some golds, none of them close to diamonds, unfortunately. Okay, I think the pronghorn may have been here beforehand, but when they reintroduced a bunch of species, I'm pretty sure the bighorn weren't here. That is a pronghorn. Oh, but we're on a little hill. Yeah, no way. I don't see any pronghorn. I think he's on the other side of this mountain because there is a ridge kind of right there. So I think the game is cheesing the pronghorn's capabilities to smell across an entire little mountainside. Kill golden bear. Ooh, those are always fun to come across. At a certain point while playing this game, you just come to a point where it's like, okay, I killed the diamonds, true, but what about the fur types as well? Which is why usually, for my lodges at least, I'll have like a diamond animal at the forefront, and then I'll have like their different fur types behind them. Mind you, of course, there is a severe lack of diamonds. Plenty of fur types, but severe lack of diamonds. Come on, dog. This one is, yep, the pronghorn. Okay, so it must have been sleeping right there in the center to have run away just in time. Play Ridge. All in good time. I'm just going through the reserves one by one, trying to do up the missions and hunting as we go. I don't see my pronghorn, so we're going to keep on going. Speaking of, did they ever come up with some more of these? Yes, they did, and stop just in case. Harvest the hog, harvest Sika deer with into a heart, and harvest moose between 23 and 1 a.m. Pass the harvest check. Now, if we want moose, Medved is the way to go. Or Riventuli, that's true. Medved and Riventuli are probably the two maps I would say is the best moose populations. New England, New England left a bad taste in my mouth either way ever since we tried the mission right there and it was fucking broken. Oh my god, walking through this terrain must suck. All these thorns everywhere. Ooh, nice little rise. Alright, Pronghorn, where are you? I know you were here before. Maybe with any luck we'll see that Bobcat again. Unfortunately, I think that Pronghorn is well and truly gone. Yeah, the turkeys.
The Rio Grande turkey has longer legs than its northern cousins, and you better believe it's gonna make the most of them if it hears you. Decoys and callers are your best friends here.
Never really used the decoys. We played Taiga. Well, no, unfortunately, we're almost done as well. We got like maybe another 10 minutes. We're just going to spend it trying to complete the mission up here. Nah, we probably hear the turkeys before we ever see them. I know, very sad, crying faces. But that's the beauty of these games. You can come back to them whenever we can. The other thing that always gets me of this game is like you can literally look at almost any part of the map and be like, huh, I wonder what it's like over there. 30 minutes later, so this is what it's like. Ah, there's too much thicket. We can't see anything. How far are we going? How far do we need to go, I should say. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a bit. But I know my luck, because like the moment I start running to try and speed things along, I'm going to scare everything in every direction. Come on, dog. Stay close. Aha! I can... Now, turkeys will usually give several warning calls before they do fly away, so if we're lucky... they'll come around back. Ooh, I don't like that they're giving multiple warning calls. But we'll give this a hot minute and see if we can bring these turkeys in. However, I think one of the funniest things in here, I remember before on a previous save, we were hunting Del Arroyo, and we were in like a cactus field, very flat, very little places to get a proper angle. But I had an entire flock of turkeys coming right at me. So what do? I have to wait on top of a barrel cactus that damages my character like every 10 seconds. So I'm just kind of sitting on this cactus, trying to call in these turkeys. It's like, come on, come on. Oh, that's another chunk of health. That's another chunk of health. And it basically became a race between how quickly these turkeys can get here before the cactus kills me. And so in my mind's eye, I just picture my guy just slowly but surely covered in cactus, rising up, screaming bloody murder with his shotgun from all the cacti sticking him. And the turkey's just looking up to see this crazy dude covered in cactuses start shooting at them. Oh, it was great. And then afterwards, I was able to get like 4 of the 7 turkeys, so I was happy with that. The others were pretty small, so no major loss. Unfortunately, all that fighting and like only 1 gold turkey was from the 1 male in the group, obviously. So you can kind of argue that the suffering was not worth the effort, or the reward, I should say. And unfortunately, as well, I'm not seeing any evidence that those turkeys are coming this way. But yeah, no, playing this game, there's just a bunch of stories that you can just get out of this, which are just absolutely hilarious. Mind you, of course, you have to use your mind's eye to kind of make them just a little bit more fun. But the premise still remains: we had to outlast the turkeys, and the turkeys, being turkeys, were being dumb birds and not coming in quick enough for my liking. Yes, yes, I know you're back there. The wind shifted a little, still in our favor, so that's good. But I think these turkeys are well and truly gone, so we'll leave them be. Come on, dog. El Portero. Damn turkeys. Always lying to me. I've always still wondered if that story about turkeys being like one of the dumbest birds is still real. I never did bother to confirm, but apparently they say turkeys are so stupid that if you leave them, you can't even leave them out in an open field because they will stare straight up if it's raining with their mouths open and drown. Now, I'm pretty sure no animal is that inherently stupid, but I've also met turkeys in real life, so it's kind of be like, okay. Mind you, of course, the ones who are saying this are farmers, like the turkey farmers. So that kind of adds even more credibility to the story. It's like, are turkeys that stupid? I mean, at a certain point, you would think they would have an innate need to defend themselves. but they're also turkeys. Oh, there's my pronghorn. Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Got him. Oh, wait, he's still alive. Oh, no way. Ah, there's multiples. He's still going. He dropped. Okay. There's another male, though. Nah, I don't see him. And they're going to be scared away from the gunshot either way. I'm seeing a yes, Alan. Turkeys are that stupid. Oh, boy. Oh, wait. Wait. I could have sworn I just saw someone move right there. Just keep my eyes open as we pass by. Oh, yeah. Going by that warning call over there, I assume that is the male we just saw. Unfortunately, I think he's on the other side of this hill. I don't think he's in that thicket, per se. Dog, what are you doing so far away? Take this, eating zone. Alright. Go on, dog. Let's get you leveled up as well some more, I suppose. Oh! Oh, next don't bend that way. Oh, we got a coyote as well. Yeah, I see, dog. I see, but oh boy, no, that's some collateral damage right there. Ah, that does not look like a good position to be in, mate. Alrighty. Oh no, are you kidding me? We missed. Ah, shot too late. Oh my god, like milliseconds late. It is just skimming the edge of that lung right there. Wait, no, the Bull's expansion. Let's see. No, the Bull expansion looks like it would have gone through if it's going this way. If it had come in through this way, yeah, no, sure, I could see that. But like going right here, should have just barely clipped it. Oh well, it's not a gold we lose out, so I guess that's fine. 49.0 kilograms at a 57.2 trophy rating, bronze stamping, only because we missed. 840 in cash. Very nice. And as we can see right there, folks, the hour is upon us. It is time to say farewell, but only for a quick 10-ish minute break before we will be right back with the second part of the stream with some Mountain Blade Bannerlord with a new chapter for a new character. So, shout outs, of course, to Alan Ward 2024, Braxton 82882, and I'm not going to read those numbers anymore, guys. It's like saying Adamus 909. No one says Adamus 909. They just say Adamus. So, and also, I don't know how the name goes. I'm just going to go for Bye Guy because that's what it does look like. Thank you so much for the follows. It means a lot. I hope to see you again in a little bit, especially for the next part of the stream or hell on another stream. Go ahead and bring this back up with you, leave you with the cats for a quick minute. So again, we'll be taking a quick 10-ish minute break. But if you are leaving, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you have a good morning, good night, wherever you may be. Hope you're keeping safe. Hope you're keeping warm or cold, whichever it is you prefer. You all know what I prefer. Not that, but thank you though for the offer. I will see you all in a little bit. Until then. I keep on reaching for my face as if there's a microphone to turn off, but that's not the case anymore. All right. See you in a bit, guys. Oh, if the stream does end again, do not worry. That is just me re-updating the information because it always confuses the VODs when it's all just one combined thing. That's why we split them up into two parts. All right, be back in a bit. 10-ish minutes.